Mr. Damani, just, in terms of, because you watched this so closely, what happened to the 3 or 4 things that have switched uh, for the Republicans? Is it now safe to say that a lot of traditional Democrat voters also went out and voted for Trump because the candidate they had was not something that really seized the imagination?
I think you hit the nail on the head. I think Trump understands U.S. public much better than almost any politician, probably the most gifted politician of a few generations in Trump, if you will. I think there are 2 issues that he talked about which were very important to American voters. One, of course, is the economy and the inflation, that effect that people felt in the first 2 years of the Biden administration, thanks to the stimulus package. And then, of course, the immigration. He kind of demonized immigration a little bit, which I have some mixed feelings about because America is a country built on immigration. And I think he kind of demonized it to make his point. But that be as it may, I must first congratulate the American public and Trump for a historic election. It's a great spectacle to watch. But I think he hit the pulse of the nation. That's in democracy, we must respect what the people want. And the people very clearly want a better handling of the economy, for which they gave Trump high marks. And they want control over their borders, for which they again gave Trump high marks.
Ambassador Sajanhar, thank you so much for speaking with us here at NDTV Profit. Absolute pleasure to have you on. And I'm just trying to understand from an India perspective. I mean, the story was that Trump or Kamala Harris, at the end of the day, doesn't matter. But is a Trump administration better for India?
Yes, thank you very much, Tamanna, for having me on your show. If you permit, I'll just add one more element, to your earlier question, to what Mr. Damani had mentioned. Of course, Trump was able to sort of, feel the pulse of the people as far as economy is concerned, inflation, and also as far as immigration is concerned. But on the reverse, it was Kamala Harris was not really able to get its finger also on what is it that really troubled the people, what is it that really the people wanted. So, as far as her issues were concerned, the 2 major issues, one was abortion. Abortion, of course, is very important. It's hugely important to a large number of women. And the second was democracy. Democracy is something, very ephemeral in that sense, very nebulous sort of a concept. So she was not really able to connect with the people. And on the first 2 things, as far as immigration, she was made the immigration czar by Biden, and she was not really able to deliver on that. And even as far as economy, she had some proposals, but then the counter question was, if you have all these proposals, why didn't you implement them when you were in power for 4 years? So I think there were a number of these issues there. But as far as India-US relations are concerned, as you said very correctly, by and large, we have seen that there is a bipartisan consensus in the United States, as also it exists in India, that we need to have strong relations with